All right, it is now 6 o'clock on your Monday morning, back to school with Good Morning San Antonio. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, but of course, a lot of San Antonio area school districts starting some things up this morning, including Coker Elementary. That's where we're coming at you live. A little bit change of scenery this morning. The home of the Cubs out here at Coker Elementary.
Yeah, so right now let's go ahead and bring in Principal Ashley Scott, the Woman of the Year. Of course, you guys have been hard at work this entire time getting things ready for the kiddos this year. Something a lot of parents are interested in is the safety aspect. How can you keep parents knowing that they're sending their kids to school in a safe manner?
So of course we have our district protocols that we follow. We've gone through all of our crisis intervention plans with our staff last week. We have our campus security officer, safety specialist, who will be on campus starting today. And his main job is to roam the halls, making sure our doors are locked, checking for any suspicious activities. So we have welcomed him to our campus. We have our Raptor system in the front where we are able to badge in all of our guests using their driver's license. So a lot of district protocols in place that we follow. And we're ready.
Yes, and of course one of the big things is of course getting the kids to and from school. So maybe parents out there waking up this morning, what do they need to know if they're about to step outside and maybe get into those drop-off lines and later on the pickup lines? What are some things that parents might need to know?
I would say bring your patience, especially those first few days, trying to get all of our systems in place. We have car tags ready to go for our car riders. We have, of course, our district has implemented a bus tag system, a smart tag, and so that's ready to go for our bus riders. Just a little bit of patience. The first few days, getting everybody in the routine is a little much, but we're ready to go.
Now, I know mental health is also a big deal, especially when you're going with the younger kids coming in. You just got to make sure that they're all in the right headspace. What are some of the things that you guys are doing to make sure that is happening?
We have 2 counselors on staff. We really focus on we have an SEL curriculum for our district that our counselors implement. And of course, we do morning meeting with our teachers in our classes in the morning, which just builds a sense of community in the classrooms so that the kiddos are able to rely on not only their teacher, but each other.
All right.
That is great stuff. Yes, from the Mama Cub right here. As photojournalist Azian Bermea just said. How excited are you about this?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Coker's a great place to be, and we're ready to kick off the school year.
Okay.
All right.
We are ready, and we thank you very much for letting us hang out with you this morning.
Anytime.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. And of course, in just a bit, this school district is the only school district starting back. Our very own Devin Karp, he's going to be live at Southside ISD, kind of figuring out things with how they're getting ready with their back to school.
Good morning, Devin. Okay, guys, and before we get to Devin, we are going to check in. Of course, the weather is very important, so let's go ahead and get some of those bus stop forecasts and things of the nature with the one and only Justin Horn, who is back at the KSAT studios. Justin, how are things looking?
Looking good out there. It's I bet there's a lot of kids hitting the snooze button about it right now. It's time to get up. You got to get up for school. Starting here soon, and as we get you out the door this morning, know that it's going to be hot this afternoon. 99, hot and rain-free. Mostly sunny skies. We're already pretty warm this morning. We're still sitting at 80. As you go outside, we do have some morning clouds. 80 degrees here in town. It is a little cooler as you get into the outlying areas. 75 New Braunfels, 79 Converse, 75 in Bernie. In Kerrville, we've got a southerly wind anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Here's the main takeaway this week. More heat. In fact, it gets hotter. Above average temps are likely. So what we're looking at here is the temperature outlook for August 18th through August 22nd. So we're looking pretty far ahead. But the most of the month of August, which by the way is our hottest month on average, looks like it is going to be above average. We'll see temperatures in the triple digits this week for sure. And as I said, those temperatures build. So we're going to talk more about that, what you can expect the rest of the week. There is a really small rain chance too. That is all coming up here in just a couple minutes. But let's go back out to RJ and Jeff.
All right, Justin, thank you very much for checking things out for us back at the KSAT studios. We take a look here, and all right, good news, Japhanie.
Yes.
We have cleared things out on 410 at Crossroads. Of course, a lot more people going to be hitting the roads this morning on a Monday morning, especially with the start of school for several San Antonio area school districts. We will continue to monitor things out there on the northwest side and, of course, all of the other parts of the city of San Antonio.
And you already know, right here, we got you covered with everything back to school related. Of course, we're going to be talking out throughout the show about easing that anxiety, that school safety, which a lot of people holds very top of mind. And then we got something else coming up later on GMSA.
That's right, yes. We just talked to Principal Scott here about some of those topics. So we are also going to introduce you to, let's just call him the best bus driver in the state of Texas. He's been a bus driver with the Northeast ISD for 15 years running. He says he's not going to slow down anytime soon. So I had the chance to speak with him. His name is Phil Purvis, about what keeps him coming back and returning to get behind the wheel and how he earned himself the crown of the school bus rodeo state champion time and time again. And of course, Northeast ISD is not the only district going back to school today. There are several of them starting things up.
Yes, let's get back to Devin Karp, Southside ISD right now. Of course, how are you? I know you're excited out there for the kiddos. It's probably you don't got much action going on, but how are they looking forward to the back to school season?
Oh yeah, Japhanie, there's a lot of school spirit that's going on here. Here on Southside ISD's main campus, there's several different schools all getting ready to have their kiddos once again back again for another school year. And Southside ISD tells me their registration is climbing this year. They're going to be serving about 6,300 students with about 800 employees and approximately 400 teachers. Now, for pre-K and elementary students, dropping off is going to pick up on the Southside ISD. They're asking parents to stay in their vehicles at all cut times. That's going to help people with traffic, keeping everything moving along pretty smoothly. Only students are going to be allowed in the building. And now a good thing for many of the schools in the district, on Wednesday, Southside ISD says all kindergarten to 5th grade students, they're going to be receiving a box of school supplies all for free thanks to the Texas Yes Project. Those supplies include things like folders, a ruler, pencils, all those other essential items that they need to get back to school. Now the district also has a new after-school care program that's going to be available for certain schools. Now, to find out more information on what it is and how you can register, they've got it up on Southside ISD's Facebook page. But for now, we're waiting for some of the kiddos to start coming in. Elementary school is just going to be happening around the corner. We're going to be trying to speak with a parent and a student soon. Pretty excited to get them back into the swing of things for this year. But for now, I'm going to head it over back to you guys over at Coker Elementary, RJ and Japhanie.
All right, thank you very much out there, Devin, hanging out with the Southside Cardinals. Thank you very much for letting us be a part of your back to school as we get things started for many kids across our area. So no matter what school district you are sending your kids to, we know that nerves can definitely be high. I remember my first day of school, a lot of anxiety for you too.
The heartbeat.
Hardest beat, yes, definitely. And your child obviously may be anxious for the start of class.
And if that's the case, this is ways that you can help parents out there. Of course, we're looking into some of those common signs of that back to school anxiety, and we're also looking at the ways that you can help them ease their mind.
The start of a new school year can sometimes mean the start of some new fears for a child. Some common signs of back to school anxiety can look like an upset stomach, trouble breathing, feeling shaky, struggles with sleep, and changes in appetite. When you notice these signs, have a chat with your child.
You can get a lot of information from open-ended questions with children.
Local psychiatrist Dr. Abigail Talley says the children experiencing anxiety symptoms is normal.
We actually know that about 10 to 20% of children meet criteria for an anxiety disorder.
Helping kids deal with anxiety is just one task of local school counselor Amber Irving's job.
As a counselor, we really do focus on just building the whole child and helping them just to be successful throughout their life.
Irving is the school counselor at Cerna Elementary School in Northeast ISD, and she mirrors Dr. Talley's advice on keeping an open communication with your child to help them with their anxiety.
A lot of times when we shed light on the things that we're having anxiety about, our anxiety can diminish some.
Both Talley and Irving say other ways you can help your child include keeping them on a scheduled routine, telling them to take deep breaths, helping relax their muscles, and if needed, getting them into therapy.
When anxiety starts to control your life, that's when we have to kind of step in and figure out ways to cope with it.
I think one of the scariest things I had to deal with whenever I went to school was going around the classroom having to say your first and last name for the whole class. And no, I tell all the kids, if you have to do that today, do not be scared, be confident and bold in your name.
Yeah, or even maybe saying what you did over the summer.
Yes.
That was kind of like, I wonder what everyone else did. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of anxiety, but keep calm, kiddos. Yeah, first day of school underway here. And we have so much more to get into on our back to school episode of Good Morning San Antonio. And coming up here in just a bit, the one thing that many school districts have been battling is a shortage of bus drivers. We're going to let you know where Northeast ISD is in terms of hiring and what you can expect this school year.
And up next, Patty Santos has an important story about Southside ISD, speaking to the district police chief about safety around school zones this year.
And we're taking you outside with a look at live cam. Of course, things looking beautiful across the city of San Antonio right now. Shout out to all the districts starting Harlandale, Alamo Heights, Uvalde, Southside, of course, Northeast ISD. We've got you covered for all your back to school coverage. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. On a back-to-school day for several San Antonio area school districts, we're coming to you live from Coker Elementary, the home of the Cubs.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of little Cubs going to be roaming these hallways here in just a little bit. And also, we mentioned Southside ISD. They are starting things up today. We saw Devin out there a little bit earlier. Over 6,000 fighting Cardinals are expected to show up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at schools in that district.
Now, our very own Patty Santos had a very important conversation with the district police chief, and they were talking about safety, and he said that everything is set in stone for today.
Getting to school on time isn't the only priority as we kick off the school year. More importantly, getting there safely is key. A big focus for Southside ISD has been pedestrian safety, especially for kids at Southside High School and Lozoya Middle School. Check it out. This year, students will have sidewalks and a crossing light at that intersection of Highway 281 and Martinez-Lozoya Road. Bexar County put in $500,000 to bring in sidewalks to this intersection, and with an additional $225,000 from TxDOT. There were upgrades to the existing traffic signal to help pedestrians cross.
I know there's been several kids crossing right there. We've had some close calls. We've had some parents call in, so we really pushed it. And I know it took a year or so to get going. A lot of collaboration.
It took a while, but thankfully they all made it happen. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to continue to talk about safety. I'll tell you what's happening inside the campuses this year.
All right. Thank you very much, Patty, for that. Obviously, you want to be safe, especially in those school zones. Those fines can get pretty pricey.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, just make sure you are safe with all those kids going back to class today. We, of course, are coming at you live from Coker Elementary School, part of the big Northeast ISD Back to School today.
Of course, we got that back to school coverage coming your way. But first, all of our parents out there, you got to know what things are looking like outside on the roadways before you actually take off with the kiddos. So let's head out to TransGuide.
Yeah, let's take a look here. A couple of our cameras out there. 410 Fredericksburg Road, seeing a little bit of an incident right there. We'll check in with Justin here in just a little bit, see exactly what's going on. 37 Loop 410, and we see 37 at mile marker 110. Traffic moving along both directions there. Of course, Northeast ISD, pay attention to 1604 and 35 and 410. Those will be the big highways that a lot of drivers around Northeast ISD use. So, speaking of the roads right now, they are empty.
So-called empty. You see it out there. You got to get ready, be prepared. But more than anything, bus drivers will be out there soon.
That's right. Yes, here at NAISD, they are starting the year out 30 drivers short, but they have 8 drivers in training that will be ready to hit the roads in about 5 weeks. So last year, the district started 50 drivers short, so they tell us that this is an improvement that they say that they are absolutely proud of. In total, NAISD has 225 bus routes total. The district had to double up on about 7 routes, mostly in the Roosevelt cluster, and that's down from 27 routes last year.
Now check this out. NAISD transported about 16,500 students to and from school last year, and all NAISD buses also have something very important, air conditioning, because obviously we need that, especially during this time of year.
Yeah, they did tell us earlier that they are proud of that fact as well. It's been a few years now that they've had AC on all of our buses, and that, of course, is perfect for this South Texas weather.
So right now, let's check in with our very own Justin Horn. Kind of let us know what we're thinking about today. Obviously, you've been saying hot, hot, hot. But again, it's best to be prepared as much as we can.
Yeah, you're right about that. Good to know there's AC on those buses, because I remember back in the day when you just, it was so hot on those buses. So that is good for South Texas. I want to show you a picture from last night. Now, this is interesting. We had the Perseid meteor shower. If you were able to get outside the city lights, find some clearing, you may have seen it. It was a pretty good show. But this was interesting because they took the picture here. We also had the Northern Lights. I did not expect to see any of those here in Texas. Of course, we had earlier in the year, there was an incident in which we could see them. Last night was not expecting it, but it looks like we did see a little bit of it here in this picture. This was from Pipe Creek. You know, our cameras have gotten really good. They can filter out the light so you can see it a little bit better. But if that is indeed the case, very cool shot out of Pipe Creek this morning. And if you have pictures of the Persean meteor showers, share them with us on KSAT Connect. We'd love to see them. August, it's gotten off to a warm start. It comes as no surprise. This is our warmest month. But we have seen several days here with triple digits, 102 last Wednesday, 100 on Thursday. We did get up to 100 yesterday. We'll be close today, maybe just shy of that mark. 99 is what we're shooting for. 101 Uvalde, 103 in Carrizo Springs. Heat index will be anywhere from 105 to 106 here in San Antonio. So the humidity will make it feel that much worse, but we're used to it by now, right? This is pretty much what we've seen last week or so. 80 right now, 75 in New Braunfels, 79 in Converse. There is a little bit of a swirl in the atmosphere. We can see it here on water vapor that will work into the area coming up tomorrow. Does it really generate a lot of rain? Probably not. We still have that high pressure nearby, so it kind of squashes our rain chances. But I'll put it in a 10% shot both Tuesday and Wednesday as that little low moves through. Otherwise, this heat high really starts to take control of our weather as we get into the latter part of the week and into the weekend, and it's going to generate some really high temperatures going forward. So 99 Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, and look for 101 Thursday, 101 Friday, and then as high as 102 by Saturday and Sunday. All right, we'll go back out to RJ and Jaffney. Hey, tell those teachers no homework on the first day of school, okay?
Yeah, we will make sure to relay that message. I could just imagine younger Justin in a school bus. What was the legroom like for him? That's what I want to ask. Justin's a very tall individual, yes. So we are continuing our GMSA on the road on your first day of school. Of course, back to school for Northeast ISD. We're coming to you live from Coker Elementary School.
Yes, have so much more in store right before the 6:30, including some changes in the near future for school lunches. Across the country, how parents can do their part to keep their child healthy this year.
Let's clear the air about air. Unlike Febreze, Lysol Air Sanitizer is the only product uniquely formulated to eliminate odors and kill 99.9% of viruses and bacteria in the air. Because scent can't sanitize, Lysol can.
Purina is globally supporting farmers as they transition to regenerative agriculture practices for better soil health. Purina cares here and here.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Soon after starting my career, I felt stuck. That's when I found National University. Enrolling at NU empowered me to build my dream career.
Coming to you live from Coker Elementary School, the home of the Cubs, out here representing Northeast ISD on their first day back to class. And of course, Jaffney, a big topic is always going to be food. What's going to be served in the cafeteria? What type of lunches we're going to get? So earlier this spring, the U.S. Department of Agriculture released new federal nutrition standards for school meals to improve children's health. But these changes will not go into full effect for another year or two.
Now, definitely parents can do their part, though, with packing their child a very healthy lunch. Our very own Sarah Acosta visited the nutritional educator at the food bank with how you can get those quick, healthy packed lunch options.
Packing lunches can be time-consuming, especially when you want something healthy. It's why the San Antonio Food Bank nutritional educator, Fabiola Corrales, is showing us some easy options. Why is it so important for parents to pack healthy lunches rather than just grabbing that easy, processed, already made food?
The most important thing, you prevent chronic disease, right? Right now we have an enormous problem with chronic disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and sometimes it's just because our kid or a little one, they're not in risk on it. Let me tell you, it's not true. We are in risk, everybody.
So what are we gonna make today?
This is a wrap, you can see right here. It's a tortilla roll up, and I will make very fast, and you will see how easy it can be. First, you will need this whole wheat tortilla, okay?
Whole wheat, not flour?
No flour, this is whole wheat. So we have extra fiber here, iron, and plus you have less sugar than the other tortillas. So we have to spread this hummus in the tortilla. One time you make this. We have some spinach, carrots, and cucumbers.
So this is a veggie wrap.
Yeah, and you have a lot of iron, fiber, and vitamins with this.
And this is something you can pack the night before so you can just grab and go out of the fridge in the morning.
Exactly.
And here's some more ideas. Energy bites made with oats, honey, pumpkin seeds, and sun butter. Or you can pack a parfait made with yogurt, a great source of protein with berries and granola. Fabiola says, always pack a side of fresh vegetables like cucumbers or carrots. Dips like hummus make it fun. And fruit. If your child wants chips, use pretzel sticks instead. And if your school allows, peanut butter is a good source of protein. Always include water, not juice or soda. She says including your kids in the kitchen when making their lunches the night before makes them excited to eat them the next day. For more healthy, easy recipes, check out San Antonio Food Bank's chefsa.org website that has so many options. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for that story. Of course, did you have a favorite food, Japhanie? Cafeteria food?
Pizza. I think when they used to do the pizza with the cheese in the crust. So yeah, that was pretty tasty.
Mine was chicken nuggets, but I know that there are several healthier options out there. Well, guess what, y'all? We're continuing our Good Morning San Antonio on the road, coming to you live from Coker Elementary School in NEISD.
Yes, we got that coverage coming your way. But first, let's head out to the roads right now. Of course, we got a lot of activity going on in that transit.
Yes, northwest side of town have a couple lanes blocked here at Loop 410 at Fredericksburg Road. So we will continue to monitor this incident. Of course, 1604, 35, 410 going to be very busy out there for our drivers around Churchill, Madison, Mac as we get set to go with Northeast ISD. We'll be right back. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend, but it is time for back to school, y'all. We're coming to you live from Coker Elementary, the home of the Cubs. Northeast ISD repping out here. It's going to be a big day for a lot of these students, parents, and staff, of course.
Yeah, Northeast ISD and Southside ISD starting back today. But for right now, we're going to pull in Principal Ashley Scott. You know, my question to you, obviously we've gone over kind of the logistics of everything and how you guys have been preparing, but one thing we need to know, I just want to know, why are you doing what you do? What do you do it for?
For the kids. And I feel like that's an obvious answer, but we couldn't do all the things without them. Their energy, it's truly just when you can see that they get it, the light bulb, the faces, the look, when they look at you and they just know that you love them and you care about them, like it's all of those things combined.
Yes.
I do what I do because I want Coker to be a place for my kids and everyone else's kids where they can grow and thrive and just be who they are. So.
Yeah, so what is your favorite part about the first day in school in general? Is it just seeing the kids, their faces, them kind of getting accustomed to everything? What's your favorite part of it all?
To me, it's all of those things you just said. It's the jitters, it's the excitement, it's the fresh start. I know January is the new year, but for us, this is a new year, and so it just bringing all that excitement and energy in. We're ready, and we're just excited to have them back on campus.
How rewarding of an experience is it for you when you do see that kid come in, and obviously everybody's nervous, but they're in and they finally kicking off the year the right way, both you and staff. You know, I bet that is a rewarding experience.
It is. It solidifies exactly why we're here. When you can see a kid and ask, how was their summer, and know that they're going to have a great year. I've been at Coker now a year and a half, and so to be able to build those connections with kids, to see that they have come so far and they're just growing so much, it makes it all worth it.
And you're an NEISD lifer. We talked a little bit about your history, but just, again, we keep on asking you, just how excited are you to have those kids coming in about what is going to be like within 15, 30 minutes?
Our doors open in 30 minutes, yes. Northeast grad, taught here my whole career, so I'm just Northeast through and through. It's the best district out there, and just happy to get the year started.
All right, thank you very much, Ashley, for being with us this morning and allowing us to be here at Coker Elementary for our back to school show.
Now, obviously, when you guys are thinking about your back to school day, everybody's got those outfits been hanging out at night. They're trying to make sure it looks great today, but hopefully we don't sweat too much in them, right, Justin?
No guarantees on that one, Stephanie. It's going to be hot this afternoon. There is no doubt about it. But hey, if you're heading off to school right now and you're going to be utilizing Loop 410, know that there is a pretty big slowdown here on the northwest side due to a crash. We had one earlier near 410 and Crossroads. Now this one's at 410 and Fredericksburg. 3 lanes taken up here. So that's really starting to slow down traffic in the eastbound lanes. You can see how far back it extends, basically from 410 back a mile or so. So know that may be a slowdown for you this morning. if that is your path. And it looks like it's only getting worse there. Bus stop forecast. Maybe you're heading to the bus stop this morning. 79 degrees, 98 this afternoon. It's going to be, yes, very, very hot. Not much has changed here. Mostly sunny skies. And coming up, we're going to talk about potential tropical cyclone number 5. Will this become a hurricane, and where is it headed? Will it affect the United States? And what is the tropical season looking like so far? We're going to address all of that coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But let's go back out to RJ and Jeff.
All right, good stuff there, Justin. And again, one more check on that incident out there, 410 at Fredericksburg Road. Again, Justin mentioned that we have a couple lanes blocked there on the left-hand side. Now, I will say that we don't have anything right now on 1604 and 281, the two main corridors for a lot of our Northeast ISD students, but we will continue to keep track of the incidents as we get more people on the roads this morning. Jaffney?
If you're tuning right here for your back-to-school coverage at Coker Elementary School in NEISD. And speaking of which, we got dozens of buses will be on the streets as the kids start heading back.
Absolutely, yes. And behind the wheel of one of those NEISD buses is the reigning state bus rodeo champion. Yes, that's rodeo as in ROADDO. Yes, Phil Purvis is a longtime driver and trainer for NEISD. He tells us what it takes to be one of the best in the state and get your kids to and school safely.
We try to be cheerful. We try to make a little small difference in their lives day to day.
And it all starts right here, inside Phil Purvis's school bus. He's been busing kids to school for 15 years with the Northeast Independent School District.
And after a while, they become your kids. You get to know their names, build a rapport with them.
Phil says that it's a joy to be the first face that kids see on their way to school, but the first day can be tough. Not really for the kids, but for the parents.
There's mom standing right beside him. You look at her, she got a tear rolling out her face. And you realize she's handing you the most valuable possession she has in her whole life.
It's a job that Phil takes seriously, and it's the reason he's a district trainer and won last year's school bus rodeo competition.
Which really pushes their talents in driving a school bus to the limit. You better have reference points and do everything to the inch. So they come out of the whole process a better school bus driver.
The competition includes obstacle courses, driving maneuvers, and tests. Phil beat out hundreds of other school bus drivers across Texas.
As far as me getting lucky last year, well, I worked hard at it, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
While the start of school is not Phil's first rodeo, for many kids, it's the first time that they're riding the bus.
The first day is an adventure for them. They've never been on a school bus before. Just have some patience, because we're transferring little guys. And if it was your little guy on the bus, you'd have all the patience in the world.
So this has been just very fulfilling for you.
Absolutely. The secret is we enjoy this job thoroughly. We enjoy working with youth, kids.
Right there representing Northeast ISD, and I gotta say, Jaffney, later on this week, I went behind the wheel, and so with Phil's training, I took the test, I took the driving test that they have to take. There was a lot of pressure. I felt it. I had a state champ next to me.
Oh my God, so you think that you probably would take this up if this doesn't even work out?
You know what, it might be another career, yes.
Yeah, okay.
With Phil behind me, yes, definitely might be another career, but great job by him. Congratulations to Phil, as he's gonna be hitting the roads this morning as well.
Right, let's switch gears now, back on the parents. Of course, we all know that with the school starting, it's a lot of anxiety there for our kiddos, and a lot of people are feeling anxious about that start. But we are looking at ways that you can help, kind of looking at those common signs that you can find when that anxiety is there, and obviously things that you can do to help ease the stress of your child.
Absolutely. So as the school year starts, it's very important to talk with your children about being nice to others at school. However, there are still bullies out there, as we all know, maybe experience, and knowing the signs of your child being bullied are necessary to keep them safe.
So those signs include their sleep schedule becoming more quiet or more aggressive, and any physical injury that can't be explained. And if you notice these things, you're urged to talk to them.
It's always easier if you have an open, loving, non-judgmental line of communication with your kid, because that's going to be the surefire way to know, is if your kid comes and tells you this is happening at school.
It's doing the bullying. Take a look at your home life and try to get to the root of that bully's angst. Parents need to be good role models as well for their children, which means don't use name calling, physical punishment, and show how to properly solve conflict when it arises. So those are very, very important tips to take, especially whether a child is the bully or the victim. That's going to have a long-lasting life effect and impact on them. So we got to nip that in the bud as soon as possible.
Oh, absolutely, yes. And we know that obviously staff, especially at all of our schools, are going to be checking on those things as we get set to start first day of school. We're coming at you live from Coker Elementary School, the home of the Cubs, of course, Northeast ISD. They're not the only school district going back to school today.
Our very own Devin Karp is live right now at Southside ISD as they're getting ready to start their school day.
Yeah, good morning, Jaffney. I'm right here on Southside ISD's main campus. They've got quite a few schools here, including Pierce Elementary. Now, those kiddos aren't going to start till 7, but take a look here. We have already got parents lining up, ready to go for the first day of school, getting them back in the classroom for another year. And according to the district, Southside ISD is serving about 6,000 students, actually 6,300, they say, about 8 different schools with 800 employees and around 400 teachers. Now, if your kiddo's getting ready to be back in class but doesn't have their shots yet, don't worry, there's a few options for you. Southside ISD recommends people visit clinics like the University of Incarnate Word's Nursing Cardinal Clinic. They're going to be giving out free immunizations from 11 to 4 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the Second Baptist Church Community Center. Now, it's all free. Just try to bring your vaccine record with you so they can know what they're working with. And new this year, Southside ISD is offering a new after-school program. It's with the Be a Champion program. Now, it's at Gallardo, Pierce Elementary, Heritage, and Freedom Elementary Schools, along with the Menchaca Early Childhood Center. Now, registration and more info is going to be online at the district's Facebook page. And like I said, school is just about to start for some of these kiddos coming up at 7 a.m. Now, the district says when you're doing your pickup and your drop-off, stay in your car the whole time. That's going to make it easier for other parents just like you coming through with traffic, making sure everybody can have a good, easy, and considerate time getting back to school. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to you guys over at Coker Elementary, RJ and Jaffney. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you very much, Devin, for that live report coming at you from the Southside ISD, where it's going to be an action-packed day out there.
Oh, yes. More back-to-school coverage coming your way, including our very own Patty Santos, speaking about a very important topic dealing with Southside ISD, speaking to District Police Chief about safety around school zones this year.
And we are giving you a look outside with live cam across the beautiful city of San Antonio, of course, Northeast ISD, Harlandale. Shout out to the Indians. They're starting things up. Alamo Heights, the Mules. How about Uvalde as well? A lot of local school districts starting things up. As we take a look here with live cam, we are going to have more news, weather, and of course, back to school coverage coming up after the. Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Back to school, coming to you live from Coker Elementary, parts of the Northeast ISD, which is starting up class for thousands of their students today. And of course, classes in session also for more than 6,000 students out there and 900 employees out there at the Southside Independent School District.
Here's some fun facts for you. The Fighting Cardinals district map reaches the far southern portion of San Antonio from about 410 and 281 all the way down to the border of Atascosa and Wilson County lines. Now, changes in the state law are forcing districts to really focus on something very important, and that is safety and security.
Yeah, that district continues to just grow every year. And as our Patty Santos reports, because this area is so rural, safety has been and continues to be a focus for the district even before that law changes.
All summer long until just a few days ago, the district police and security officers were in training. This was a Stop the Bleed and first aid training last week. All of the district's 12 officers got a refresher on how to use and store their tourniquets.
This is good if you're going to apply it to somebody else.
As parents get ready to drop off kids, here's what you need to know. Expect to see an officer at each of the 8 schools within the district. There's 8-foot fencing around every campus. And a few years ago, the district introduced metal detectors and wands that are used on each person going onto campus. As the year gets underway, crews will install bullet-resistant film at every door and window entrance. This is all in addition to the state requirement that districts develop active shooter plans. Just recently, the state also launched the Sentinel, a school safety system that's an added measure of security.
It's more of a reporting and tracking system where we can keep track of the students, keep track of the threat assessments and things of that nature. As we're preparing for Sentinel, we already have Navigate 360. It's a system that's in place already in all of our campuses. It has panic alarms. Giving you an example, if it's in a classroom, a teacher hits that panic alarm, it goes across every officer in our district's phone, so we all get notified of it.
The district is also asking students to stay alert. And if you see something, say something. There's QR codes posted at campuses that take you directly to a reporting website. Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
It's always good to have those kind of resources and to know for parents to understand. And it makes you feel a little sense of relief knowing that their child is going somewhere safe that takes their safety as a priority.
Absolutely. Safety protocols in place for a lot of our area school districts. And we are now starting to see a couple of the kiddos come in here. We see one little sweet girl over there. She's waving at us as we are coming to you live from Coker Elementary School on this Monday morning. Back to school for Northeast ISD. Real quick, want to update you on TransGuide on that accident on 410 at Fredericksburg Road. Things have actually cleared out there, Jaffney. So good news for our drivers in that side of town. Let's take a look at some other cameras here real quick. If you guys don't mind giving us the rotating shots here for TransGuide 281 Wilderness Oak. Hey, 281, 1604, north side of town, going to be very busy because we obviously have Madison, MacArthur, a lot of those schools along 1604 that are going to start things up. Of course, Churchill is up 281, so keep that in mind. All right, we've been talking a lot about the weather, Jaffney. Things are certainly feeling hot outside.
Oh, yeah.
On a Monday morning.
Justin's been doing a good job with our back to school forecast, though.
Steamy out there for sure. We're going to see temperatures get up close to 100 today. Hey, very quickly, we got to touch on the tropics. We've got some development out here in the Atlantic. This is potential tropical cyclone 5. It took shape yesterday. It's going to track towards Puerto Rico. That's where they have tropical storm warnings in effect. And then this will potentially become a hurricane. It may affect Bermuda down the line. Still a little early to say for sure. But the good news here is, for the most part, this is going to be out over the open ocean. Will not affect the mainland of the United States. But right now, winds are at 30 miles per hour. And we are moving towards peak hurricane season. We are really starting to climb that mountain now. This is when you would expect things to really ramp up. And in the coming weeks, we may very well see that. The waters are warm. Something we always need to keep an eye on here in Texas. Ernesto would be the next name, by the way, and this probably will get a name. That'll be followed by Francine and Gordon. Let's go outside for you. Mostly cloudy, humid, sticky, warm. 80 degrees at the airport, 75 in New Braunfels, 75 for Bernie and Kerrville as well. Noontime, we're already up to 90. We make our way up to around 99 or so this afternoon. Heat index will be anywhere from 103 to 104, maybe even a little bit higher than that in some cases, and it stays warm right on through the evening hours. Look at the heat index values across the state. 106 in Tyler, 111 Houston, 110 Corpus Christi, 111 in Brownsville. So it's another really hot day no matter where you go in the Lone Star State. And of course, it's due to our heat high, which is centered over Texas. Little disturbance rolls south of that high, rolls around it, maybe just enough to kick off a shower tomorrow, but rain chances are honestly only at about 10%. It's not great. Those heat highs that we see, we're kind of flanked by them, but by the end of the week, they join forces and it really starts to crank up the heat by the weekend. We're going to see some really hot numbers, I'm afraid, by Saturday and Sunday. So 99 Tuesday, 100 Wednesday, 101 Thursday and Friday. We'll go as high as 102 by Saturday and Sunday. So it's a very hot back to school forecast. Have fun at recess, but stay cool. That's my advice.
All right, thanks, Justin. Right now, we're live with the Coker Cubs this morning at Coker Elementary. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Coker Elementary. Good morning, San Antonio on the road. And look who we have joining us now.
We have a Cub.
One of the students here.
Yes.
One of the Cubs here at Coker. Haley, how are you doing this morning?
Good.
All right, good.
I know you said that you were very excited. What is one thing that you're very excited about?
That I'm gonna learn things, and it's gonna be really fun at this school because it's really big and
I know summer is over for you. Was that something that you were sad about, or you just been ready to get back in the classrooms?
She said she was all busy. She said she's here for school. What is your favorite subject, Haley?
My name is Kaylee.
Kaylee. Yes. What are you most excited about? What's your favorite subject, Kaylee?
Science.
Science. Okay. What part of science do you like the most?
Okay, Kaylee, I got a good question for you.
I just went to the school.
Yeah.
What is your favorite activity that you do at school? Do you like recess? Do you like art? Like anything like that?
I mostly want to be in school because it's hot outside.
Oh, yeah. You heard that much?
Yes. Yeah.
It's too hot outside.
Okay.
I get that.
Your sister's also with you here, right? She's starting school today. What's your sister's name?
Erilyn.
Erilyn, that's beautiful. So what grade is your sister in?
4th.
4th grade, all right. Cool.
All right, Kaylee. If you had anything you'd like to say to your classmates, what would you tell them?
Hi.
Hi, there we go. Hi, and good luck on your first day back.
Yeah, keeping it simple. All right, thank you so much, Kaylee. You look very beautiful on your first day of school here. And thank you very much to all the students out here at Coker Elementary. You ready for school? Yes?
Yeah.
All right. Here
Yes.
we go. All right. Let's give you one more quick look at our TransGuide traffic cameras. And again, things looking pretty good out there across the city of San Antonio as we take a look 281 Marshall Road. Keep in mind, we have NEISD starting things up. Hey, how about the Southside, Harlandale starting things up, Alamo Heights out there, Austin Highway, Broadway area. Keep that in mind. But things are looking pretty good out there.
Yeah, we were talking to Haley about, what her favorite activity was. She said she didn't want recess because she wants to be inside. It's too hot outside, Justin.
Kaylee said, no recess. I'll just stay inside in the AC. I don't blame you one bit. 99 degrees today. When recess is, getting started, it's probably already in the 90s for most of those kiddos. 99 tomorrow, 100 on Wednesday. We'll see a very, very small chance of rain, and then it gets hot going into the weekend. Guys.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. And again, we appreciate Northeast ISD having us out here today, Coker Elementary, the home of the Cubs.
Yeah, right. Have a good day and good luck to all of the kiddos out there starting school today.